I've watched through his eyes. I've listened through his ears. And I tell you, he's the one, or at least as close as we're going to get. That's what you said about the brother. The brother tested out impossible, for some other reasons, nothing to do with his ability. Same with the sister, and there were doubts about him. He's too malleable, too willing to submerge himself in someone else's will. Not if the other person is his enemy. So what do? Surround him with enemies all the time? If we have to. I thought you said you liked this kid. If the buggers get him, they'll make me look like his favorite uncle. All right, we're saving the world. After all, take him. Taken from the epigraph in Chapter 1 of Ender's Game, this excerpt helps explain what the novel is going to be like because it, and others like it, provide insight into the values of a society at war. Ender's Game is a science fiction novel written by Orson Scott Card in 1985, and I've chosen to save it because it helps teens empathize with the main character who is very similar to themselves. Like them, Ender is just trying to survive junior high and all of the pitfalls that go along with growing up. As we read about Ender's coming of age, we can better understand our own and gain a different perspective on the struggles of those around us as well. What's more, while the novel may appear to be just a coming-of-age story, it can also help readers understand other themes such as friendship, competition, and even the ethics of war. In the end, Ender becomes a symbol of the values of his war-torn society, but he chooses to cast this aside and leave it all behind. Later novels in the series, which are just as brilliantly written, further explore what happens when communication breaks down and different groups no longer try to understand one another. Students who read these novels can better understand the perils of misunderstanding and the importance of knowing more about the people around you and more than what the surface implies. Students should be aware, however, that some of the scenes of the novel are violent, and more than one character is killed in confrontations involving bullying. Ender's Game stands out, however, because it leaves the reader questioning the blind acceptance of the values of their own society, as well as the dissemination of misinformation and propaganda by those in power. If you're interested in reading more, I've posted a link to the PDF of the novel on a QR code in your Introduction to Fahrenheit 451 Transmedia book posted on Classroom. That's all for now, my little pickles. Be sure to keep an eye out for the other two resistance videos, and I hope you have a wonderful day. As always, do good, be good, make good choices.